You may be familiar with the phrase social bookmarking. That's a way for people to share your website on social media networks. And 90-Second Website Builder has a really easy tool for you to work with for adding social bookmark links to your website. It's found inside the ready-to-use JavaScripts. The ready-to-use JavaScripts is a collection, dozens and dozens of pre-built scripts you can just drag and drop onto your website and employ. This tool is found under the advanced tools, although, again, it's very, very easy to use. I'm going to click on ready-to-use JavaScripts and draw a box and choose the script that we want to use. In this case, we're talking about social bookmarking. So I'm going to scroll down to the social network bookmarks section of the JavaScripts, and you can see that we have several to work with. Now, here's how this works. 90-Second Website Builder is going to add all of these social bookmarks to your page unless you tell it not to. And you can decide which ones you want to use and not use simply by editing the list and the buttons here. So I'm going to select this just to show you what I mean. If we go all the way to the end, let's say I don't want to use the Yahoo, I just take it out and take out that last comma. Or if there's another one I don't want, so I'll take this one out. I'll delete that and delete that extra comma there. And so I've just eliminated two of them. When I click OK, then the social bookmarks that I'm going to be using will be all of those minus those two. Now you're going to want to stretch this out a bit because there's a lot of them, something like that. The only way to see these is to preview. So I'm clicking F5 and you'll see what my website has on it. So all of these social bookmarks now would be added to my website. Now let's talk about the settings for those. So I'm going to close this again. I'm going to double click and we'll look at the settings for the social bookmarks. By default, it says 90-Second Website Builder and the URL. You're going to want to change this, obviously, because that's not your website or your title. You're going to want to change this here. In my case, I'll leave it because this is my website, so I'll show you how that works here in a second. But you would change your URL and you would change your title because this is what will go into the bookmarking data as people click on it. So I just want you to take note of these two parameters, both title and URL. And now watch what happens. When we use a bookmark, or when your visitor uses a bookmark, it actually gives them a way to share something about you or your website, basically the title and the URL. So for example, if someone was to click on the Twitter link, as long as they're logged into their Twitter account, it brings up a place for them to tweet about you. Instantly, since I'm logged into my Twitter account, it opens up a place for me to tweet about the title, 90-Second Website Builder, and the URL. So if I was to type something in here and click tweet, I just tweeted about this website. Now you'll notice I'm already logged into Twitter, and so that worked. Not all of these bookmarks are going to have that same effect because not everybody's always logged into all of these social media networks. And most people are only going to click on the ones that apply to them. Most people are, in fact, logged into their Facebook account, for example, most of the time, since it's the largest one. And this is a great one to include. So if this was on my website and a visitor came and they clicked on this link, it would open up their Facebook account, which is already open. It pulls an image from my website because that's something Facebook does. And then here they could say something. They could then go over to the other end of the page here where it says share this link. Click it, and the person would have shared my website on their Facebook timeline. So it's a really cool effect. What you're going to have to decide is which one of these you want to use and which ones you don't want to use. I wouldn't recommend using them all. Some of them aren't as common, and you don't want to busy up your website, but that's a design decision you can make. It's very easy to make that decision. You can see what they are. If you're not sure, you can always hover over them and see what they pertain to. And in fact, you can also see that down here in the settings under buttons. So if you wanted to just have a few, you would go through here and get rid of the ones you don't want to and clean it up a little bit and just find the ones that you think that would be most suitable for your website, or ones that you'd want to be shared on for that matter. And so you can just go down here and edit that. And then again, it will adjust accordingly. I'm hitting F5 to preview, and so I made the list smaller. I would recommend, most people are going to use Facebook and Google or Google+, probably LinkedIn and maybe Tumblr and Twitter, and maybe that's about it. And so anyway, you can decide what you want to use. Simply drag it onto your canvas and you're ready to go. Just make sure you fill in the title and the URL to suit, and you will have added social bookmarking to your website in 90-Second Website Builder.